Salut Yeten et bienvenue au cours pour aujourd'hui. Alors, je vais expliquer le cours en anglais. So guys, we've done the first bit, which is called a point de départ, which means like a revision session. We have looked at the three tenses, we've looked at questions and answers and talking about your holidays. So today, we're going to put you to the test with a picture card. Now, this is a speaking activity. The speaking exam is where we usually get the absolute top marks. So my class, not this year obviously because they haven't sat exams because of coronavirus, but the year before, my class, there was 25 of them who did the higher paper, and of that, only 21 of them got a 9, the other 4 got an 8. So we do really well on the speaking exam, and it's because we practice so much. Now you guys, you won't have your year 10 practice, so you're going to be a bit behind where we'd like you to be, which means practicing now and doing this activity today is really going to make a huge difference to you and what you can achieve. So listen carefully, this is what it's all about, and it's not just for the speaking exam. Yes, we want you to get those excellent grades that we get, but it's more than that. Yeah, I don't want you to just get a good GCSE and be like, yeah, I was all right at French in school, but I can't remember it. I'd hate to see you in a few years, right, or 10 years or 20 years and say, do you still go to France? And you say, no, I've not really gone. The whole point of you studying this is you've got a skill for life year 11. So when you're 30 and when you're 40, and I'm, about 7 years older than you, when you're that age, and if we meet again, you say, yeah, I go to France all the time, I can still speak French, I love going to France. That's what we want. That's the whole point of studying this subject at GCSE. So to do that, you need to practice your speaking, which is what we're going to do today. We're going to be talking about our holidays in 3 tenses. Let's get going. Allons mes petits, vous savez ce qu'il faut faire. S'il vous plaît, inventez le date pour moi dans vos cahiers et copiez le titre du jour et mettez-moi sur pause et faites le contrôle de post-it ici. Comme on dit en I went, I stay, I'm going to stay. On y va tout le monde, je vous ai donné la première lettre pour vous aider. Put me on pause. When you're ready for the answers, recommencez la vidéo. On y va. Allons mes petits. So today we're doing a picture card. We're going to do some warm-ups and we're going to do a vocab test just to make sure that this knowledge and the grammar is all ready and there for you to use in your speaking work. Let's have a look at our control de post-it. You may have noticed that 4, 5 and 6 are classics. That's because this exam is so easy to prepare for if you know what the examiner is looking for, which you will, and it's all about developing your phrases. So in 4, 5 and 6, we've looked at them in different contexts. You can use this for holidays as well. They are must-knows. Every single one of you in your GCSE writing and speaking, you're going to use these 3 phrases, so make sure you know them. So let's have a look. Le premier, I went, past tense, je suis allé. It's a motion verb, it's irregular. Numéro 2, there's 2 different verbs you can use for I stay. C'est soit je reste ou je loge. Both of them work for I stay in a hotel. Numéro 3, I'm going to stay, je vais rester, or you could say je vais loger, but you need the ER and the end, you need the infinitive. Well done if you've done the first 3. This is revision from last lesson. Let's look at some revision from further back. It was a chance to say, c'était une occasion de. So if you're talking about your past tense holiday, tell me it was a chance to unwind, it was a chance to forget my worries. All of that is going to come up and be really important for holidays to get you the best mark. It's the way of c'est un moyen de. Aller en vacances, c'est un moyen de oublier les soucis. C'est un moyen de vider la tête. That's what you need to talk about. Et finalement, that makes me feel, cela me rend. Like, cela me rend is that makes me feel inside. Cela me rend content. Cela me rend triste. Parce que, and then develop on why. Guys, excellent effort if you got these 3 phrases. If you didn't, think about your independence. I used to do this all the time. Write them down on a post-it note, stick it by your desk, or stick it on your mirror, or stick it on your door. I used to stick it above my door handle. Then every time I open my door, I'd look at it and I'd test myself. Those are the tricks you've got to do to get good, and not just in French, in all your subjects. Think about your revision now. So guys, this is a little revision of some of our key language. Let's put you to the test. It's all about speaking today. On y va mes petits. Alors mes petits, on va commencer avec une activité orale. Vous savez bien l'activité sable mouvant. Les mots ici en bleu et vert, ils vont disparaître lentement. vous avez 30 secondes aujourd'hui. C'est un peu différent parce que c'est les questions et les réponses. Donc, il faut lire la question, il faut dire la question, il faut choisir la bonne réponse. Par exemple, où vas-tu en vacances? Where'd you go on holiday? It's not this one. Why? It's in the wrong tense. This is je suis allé. This is last year. So where do I go on holiday? Voilà, chaque année je vais en France. Avec qui vas-tu en vacances? Who'd you go with? So, I'll give you a minute now. Make sure you can match up our questions to the answers. Then, when you restart the video, I'll make these disappear and go for it. Let me show you how it's done. So, où vas-tu en vacances? Oh God. Chaque année, je vais en France. Avec qui vas-tu en vacances? J'y vais avec ma famille. Combien de temps y restes-tu? J'y reste 15 jours. Alright, I'm away. I've got to get to the end in 30 seconds. So, prepare yourself. When you think you can do this, remember you've got to read the question and the answer. Restart the video. I'll count you down and I'll make them disappear. Alors, put me on pause. Prepare yourself. When you're ready, restart me. On y va. Alors mes petits, let's see what you can do then. Bon courage. 3, 2, 1. Allez. Environ 10 secondes. Alors mes petits, right guys, so did you get to the end? Bon effort if you did. Let's make it a bit trickier. Alors, la deuxième activité, donc, il y a de bonnes nouvelles et de mauvaises nouvelles. Les bonnes nouvelles, they're all in the right order. So that's nice and easy for you. So number one, où vas-tu en vacances? Guys, the answer's here. You don't have to look for it. You just do the one next to it. Où vas-tu en vacances? Chaque année, je. Avec qui? All here, all in the right order. De mauvaises nouvelles, évidemment, I've given you the start, but then you have to add this number of words at the end to carry on your phrase. So, numéro 1, où vas-tu en vacances? Chaque année, je vais en France, au bord de la mer. Boom, did more than 5 then, look at my flair. Avec qui vas-tu en vacances? J'y vais avec ma famille. Combien de temps y restes-tu? J'y reste pour 2 semaines, easy. Que fais-tu pendant les vacances? Je vais à la plage et je nage. Easy street, guys, you need to do this answers. So, put me on pause, prepare yourself. When you restart, you've got 30 seconds until these disappear. Alors, bon courage mes petits, pause me now. Alors mes petits, you know how this works. Bon courage, 3, 2, 1, allez! Alors, 10 secondes. Et 3, 2, 1, et c'est fini. Voilà, right. I'm sure a lot of you didn't get to the end. Well done if you did. If you didn't, why don't you replay this level until you've cracked it, because the next slide is pushing the difficulty up a bit more. Et voilà, maintenant c'est beaucoup plus difficile. Mes petits, same thing again, 30 seconds. I want at least a 5-word answer for all of these. Impossible? Watch me go. Où vas-tu en vacances? Je vais en France, au bord de la mer. Avec qui vas-tu en vacances? J'y vais avec ma famille. Combien de temps y restes-tu? Je reste pour 2 semaines, normalement. Que fais-tu pendant les vacances? Je vais à la plage et j'ai me bronzer. Où es-tu allé en vacances l'année dernière? L'année dernière, je suis en Italie. Qu'est-ce que tu as fait? J'ai visité tous les monuments. Boom, definitely under 30 seconds. Year 10, I want you that good. Put me on pause, prepare yourselves. When you think you're ready, go for it, and I'll make the words disappear. Alors, right guys, you've unpaused me, you're ready for this? 3, 2, 1, allez! Alors, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. C'est fini tout le monde. Right guys, if you got to the end of this, you've done it phenomenally well. Bon effort mes petits, you are ready for our real challenge. Alors mes petits, before we do our speaking cards. I really want to check you know this core vocabulary and you know our grammar. Donc, on va faire un contrôle vocabulaire. Et voilà ce qu'il faut faire. Il y a deux parties aujourd'hui. Donc, c'est comme normalement, hein. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Vous avez les phrases ici. Qu'est-ce que c'est en anglais? Ici, il faut écrire l'anglais pour 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Et pour 6, 7, 8 et 9, il faut mettre le mot dans le bon espace. Par exemple, 7, je allais en vacances en Grèce. Qu'est-ce que c'est ici? This, something. This to return? No. This forgotten? Non. It's neither of those two. Donc, trouvez le bon mot pour compléter la phrase. Vous avez un défi additionnel ici. Aujourd'hui, c'est compliqué, hein? Donc, 9, je serai content si vous avez 9. 11 ou plus sera fantastique. Et 15, c'est le maximum aujourd'hui. Alors, vous avez 5 minutes. Guys, do this as a proper test. Don't use your books. Don't look back. Don't do anything like that. Really test yourself. Really see what knowledge is in your head. No one knows what mark you got. There's no comparisons. No one's ever going to know. This is about you testing your learning. Put 5 minutes on the timer on your phone. Restart this video in 5 and I'll go through the answers. Bon courage mes petits, 9 is the target. Allez, on y va. Hello mes petits, if you listen to me now then, you're ready for our answers for this activity. A really tough vocab test today, but you have to be working hard at your vocabulary at home. You have to know this to make sure you're prepared for it. So, let's go for it. Numéro 1. Ici, on peut faire, c'est comment dire, here one can do. Such a useful phrase that you can use for this. We originally looked at it in Module 4 in Towns. It's a must know. Numéro 2. D'habitude, je passe mes vacances. I talked about this last lesson. Passer is the verb to spend time. Dépenser is the verb to spend money. So this means usually I spend my holidays, and then you can say like in France. So if I said to you in your speaking exam, qu'est-ce que tu fais normalement pour les vacances? This is a great opening line because everyone in the country will say, je vais en France avec ma famille. Mix it up. D'habitude, je passe mes vacances en France. J'y vais avec, and that would be a beautiful way to start it using a bit more of an unusual verb. All right, 2 down, 3, 4, 5. Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire? Avec qui vas-tu en vacances? This links into your daily test homework. It means who do you go on holiday with? You literally say in French, with who? Numéro 4. Combien de temps restes-tu? Veut dire how many of time stay you? How long do you stay for? That's what it means. And then numéro 5. Did you see the change in tense? If so, what tense is this? Combien de temps es-tu resté? How long did you stay here for? And that is so important in the speaking exam. You're going to need to know what tense I'm speaking in, and you can see the difference between these two. Alors, numéro 6. This, ici, il fallait trouver le mot pour compléter les espaces. Donc, cette année, je suis allé en vacances en Grèce, qui veut dire this year I went on holiday to Greece. Remember, année is feminine, so if you want to say this, it changes like this. Set means this for feminine, and if you want to say it for masculine, it is C-E. Beautifully written. Alors, numéro 7. C'était un désastre. It was a disaster. Mon père a les billets et on a presque raté le... This is so tough. So, mon père a oublié les billets et on a presque raté l'avion, which says, it was a disaster. My dad forgot the tickets and we almost missed the plane. So, on a presque raté. We have almost, this is the word for almost. Raté is our verb to miss something. L'avion. Guys, that was really tough. Hold on if you got numéro 7. Alors, numéro 8 et numéro 9, il fallait faire attention. Hier, donc c'est au passé. Demain, qui veut dire que c'est au futur. Donc, hier, je suis parti explorer la ville et j'ai vu la basilique Notre-Dame de la Gare. Donc, ça veut dire en anglais, yesterday I went out to explore the town and I saw, remember we talked about Basilica, this church in Marseille, which is on the top of the hill, beautiful. Google Marseille, Notre-Dame de la Gare, and you will see it. Alors donc, all of this is in the past tense, so je suis parti, because it's a motion verb, and it's j'ai vu, and a regular verb. Well done if you got these. Et finalement, demain, c'est in the future. Je vais prendre le train pour retourner chez moi. Tomorrow, I'm going to take the train to go back to my house. Et voilà, right guys, 9 was your target. The extra challenge was a freebie. Next year, I'm going to go to Spain with my friends. That will be more fun than last year when we went to Scotland. What a beautiful sentence this is. This is how to get the 7s, 8s and 9s on the speaking and writing. A sentence like this, you should have l'année prochaine is feminine, so you need the E. Je vais aller en Espagne avec mes amis. It will be more fun. Ce sera plus amusant que. It will be more fun than. And then look how I've mixed the tenses. This is future, this is past. L'année dernière, quand nous sommes allés en Écosse. Why is it nous sommes allés and not nous avons? Because it's a motion verb, so you need être and it needs the extra S to agree. Guys, I don't think many of you would have got the extra challenge. Give yourself, let's say, 1 bonus mark to here, another bonus mark for this bit, and then a third one for all of this bit. 3 marks available on the extra challenge. If you got that, fantastic effort. Guys, you've looked at the vocab, you've tested yourself. If you've got under 9, you ain't ready for this lesson. You need to go and memorize. You need to do some revision on your vocab and then restart the video when you're ready. Go for that now. If you've got over 9, bon effort. Let's see what you can do with a bit of speaking work. On y va. Alors mes petits, so you know the vocabulary. We're now going to put you to the test with a GCSE speaking card. Now these picture cards are so important, and the work you do at home is so important, because usually by now year 10 have had a practice speaking, which helps you out so much when you know how the exam works and you've had a feel for what it's like and it doesn't count. You don't have that. Your first practice speaking won't be till Christmas, which is usually everyone's second. So all the practice we do here is really going to make a difference to you and what you can do. So I'm going to talk through the picture card and the rules. Listen carefully, you need to know this. Alors, this is what a picture card looks like. You've seen them a lot. We do a lot of practices in classes because practice makes perfect. You've got a picture you need to describe, and you've got some pictures of some questions off it. Et voilà, so you know how this works. When it comes to your mocks in December, you'll have 12 minutes on this picture card. We do it exactly the same as the real things. So you'll go in BBAA, there'll be an external invigilator, and you'll have 12 minutes to prepare your answer. You must write as much as you can. The best candidates, those candidates who got 9s and 8s in my class, they all wrote like a full side of A4. They put down as much information as they can. You need to do that because you get to bring that in the exam, and you're going to do so much better if you can read what you've written in 12 minutes than anything you could just make up on the spot. You use the 12 minutes, write as much as you possibly can. Remember, you're not allowed a dictionary, a book, or anything in December, and it's going to be the same today. I want you to actually test yourself. Yes, you'll write some better French if you use your book, but it's not testing yourself. It's not in the same conditions as the exam. So, I mean, you're not wasting your time, but you're not practicing as well as you could do. It's like saying, how fast can I run 100 meters? Yeah, and you run 50 as fast as you can, have a little rest, and then run the second 50 when you feel fresh again. Absolutely not. That's not testing you on that distance. You've got to do it all to see what you can do, and that's how this works today. Test yourself, and then finally, remember, you are supervised. There's no way you'll be able to cheat on the day, so don't get into the habit of looking things up now, because you won't be able to do it in the real exam. Make it like the real exam, so when you do it for real, you've had loads of practice and it's not intimidating anymore. Et voilà, so you know how this works. You know our mark scheme. Hopefully I don't have to go through this, because none of you will be down here on the slide of pain. Absolutely not. This is what we're looking for, and this is where we're building towards to get up to gold. Then look what you need to do. Good pronunciation and intonation. Inaccuracies are minimal. So when it comes to the different tenses that we've talked about, your j'ai regardé, je regarde, je vais regarder, je regarderai, je regarderai, all of those have to be perfect to get to that top. This is the one that separates people, and this is one that Glenthorne do so well. I want loads of opinions that are justified. So if you tell me you like going to the beach, why? With examples and narration. You love going to the beach because it's a chance to unwind. For example, last year you were stressed but on the beach you forgot your worries, or you can play volleyball, or like it's beautiful, anything like that. You need to give examples and narration, tell a story in a different tense to get the top marks. And this one here, little hesitation, confident and fluid. Obviously you're going to be nervous in your exam, and you're allowed to be nervous, but it's about how you sound and what you can do. And if you've written a really nice piece of French that you can read off, you're going to tick that box. So those are the important things. Looking green as well, this is part of it to get to gold. You've got to absolutely nail. One question will be past tense, one will be future tense. You've got to absolutely nail your past and future, otherwise you won't be able to get above amber. Make sure they're perfect. Alors mes petits, the first question is always what's happening in the picture. When you see that question, I want you to think swam. Now this is where we got the highest marks last year. So many of our students got 24 out of 24 on the picture card, and this is the question one, the examiner's first real impression of you. When you do the role play is their first impression, but the role play is short and it's only 10 marks. The picture card is where they're really going to hear your longer, more advanced answers. So they're going to get an impression of you from question one. This is the first really difficult part of the exam where you'll have to develop your ideas. So if you do swam and you follow this, the examiner's going to be blown away. They're going to think you're really, really good, and that first impression will stick in their head for the rest of the exam. Whereas if you don't know swam and you just do a quick answer for this, you're not, like, even if you stand out later and do some lovely French, the examiner's already got or made an impression of you about whereabouts, what mark you should be. So let's look at, and here it is. You'll be given this as a poster to stick in your rooms. You've got to learn this off by heart. This is everything you need to do. So tell me what you see, and in that, where are they? What's the weather like? And what's everyone wearing? If you can't quite see, just make it up then. What activity is going on, and then finally the message. So keep it simple. This is my ideal answer. Sur la photo, au deuxième plan, il y a la mer et les montagnes. Au premier plan, il y a un homme. Il porte un short et un chapeau en paille. Il y a du soleil et il fait beau. Il est en train de relaxer. Il a l'air content. Je pense que la photo veut dire que les vacances sont formidables. Boom. Full marks. The examiner will be so impressed with that answer, and all I've done is use the vocabulary up here to help me. I'll leave this up today. You need to learn this slide off by heart before your mock exams. Et voilà, alright guys, I've spoken enough. You know how this works. I want 12 minutes for you to prepare this. Do it like the exam. Remember what I said about like running. If you had 800 meters and you wanted to do the fastest time to train for a race, you wouldn't run 400 as fast as you can, have a little break and then run another 400, because that doesn't prove how well you can run 800 meters. It's the same as this. If you're using your book and looking things up and you have an answer, yeah, you might have a better answer overall. Just like if you broke up 800 into 400, you'd have a better time overall, but it's compromised. It doesn't actually work or matter. So make sure you do this in exam conditions. Put a timer on your phone for 12 minutes, and once you're done, you will present. I want you to get to 1 minute and 10 seconds. That'll be a really good place to be when you present this alone at home. 1 minute 30, even better. 2 minutes, very top students get to 2 minutes. And yeah, it is quality over quantity, and you can still get full marks without hitting that 2 minutes. But if you speak for that long on this, it's really going to be impressive for the examiner. 2 minutes expert today. Before we start, let me go through all the questions, because you're alone at home. If you don't understand anything, I'm not going to be able to help you. Alors mes petits, so I'm going to be quick. I'm not going to write these down. First one is obviously describe the photo. I've just shown you how that is done, so you can listen back and listen to what I did to do it. Get in the habit of doing the background, the foreground, what you can see. That is so important. Then, la deuxième question. Décris-moi ce que tu aimes faire normalement pour les vacances. Tell me what you like doing normally on holiday. This is the present tense. This is an opinion question, so develop your ideas. If you like going to the beach to tan, why? It's a way of forgetting your worries. You like to read and you can read a book. That's what to develop on. Le deuxième dit, tu aimes quel genre de vacances? Now it's an actual past question. It's tough. What type of holidays do you like? Now, you can either take that to mean like summer and winter holidays. You can say you like going skiing, or I'd say like, do you prefer like a beach holiday or like a town holiday, or like, do you prefer going somewhere hot or somewhere cultural, or that's what to talk about here. Or maybe you can talk about both. You like both ways and tell me why. La troisième question. Décris-moi ce que vous avez fait pour les vacances l'année dernière. So this means last year, what you did last year for your holidays. Now, make it interesting. Don't say, we did what we usually do, and repeat question 1, because the examiner will just take marks off of that. You've got to be different and unique in every single answer you give. So tell me something else, even if it's a complete lie. Who's going to know? Yeah, I'm not going to call up your mom and ask where you went last year for holiday. Tell me something you did in the past. Use the past tense verbs, make sure it's in the past. Et finalement, décris-moi ce que tu vas faire l'année prochaine. Future tense, what you're going to do next year. Again, make sure it's different to this one, and make sure it's different to this one. Tell me something completely different you've got. So guys, et voilà mes petits. Right guys, I've gone through it all. You now have 12 minutes. Put un minuteur on your portable pour 12 minutes pour moi, s'il vous plaît. See what you can do. Exam conditions, guys. Don't look anything up. Just go for it. After 12 minutes, restart this, and I'll tell you how we're going to run the next bit and how you're going to assess yourself. Bon courage, mes petits. In 12 minutes, restart the video. Alors mes enfants, donc if you're listening to me now, you've completed your 12 minutes, you've written out everything you need, and you're ready for it. So this is what I want you to do. Obviously, we're not going to be able to do peer performances today, so I want you to time yourself. So on your phone, sur le portable, I want you to set a timer, un minuteur. En fait, un chronomètre. I want you to set a stopwatch, and I want you to time yourself reading out your answers. So read out the question, because I will have done that in the exam, and then read out your answer. Do it like at a normal pace. Think about delivering this in the exam. Think about the ladder to success. You need to sound confident and have a fluid response. Time yourself, time your answers, and see how long you can go for. Extra challenges down here. I've got 2 secret questions. Once you're done, don't stop your stopwatch. Read these questions and try and answer them on the spot. Guys, there's extra challenge only. So put me on pause, time yourself, see how long you've got. Bon courage, hein? On y va. Right guys, so well done for performing these. I wish I could hear them. I bet some of them will be, I bet all of them will be really good. Your speaking is just something you can work on and do really well. And remember what I said at the start, right? This is what it's all about, developing your confidence in speaking. So in the end of year 11, this time next year, you'll be happy to go to France to speak to people your age and to use your French. That's what I really, really want out of you studying this. So guys, how well did you do today? Look at the ladder to success. Whereabouts would you put your performance today? Have a little look and think and give you a colour. I'm really happy with how hard most of you are working during lockdown. If you've got any problems or any questions, please email me. I got loads of emails for the exams that I never emailed you back on just because I had like 50 emails. But if you've got a problem or a question about your French, send me an email and I promise I will help you out. Year 10, one more thing before we go. Et voilà, remember I set this homework 2 lessons ago. Make sure you run it, do your daily tests, do the reading, do your memorize. Make sure you're using this time to develop your independence and getting good. You will be so happy you did it in year 11, or you'll be so disappointed you didn't do it. So make sure you get on this, guys. Get on your independence. Alors, that's enough for me today. Merci mes petits. Au revoir.